Mr. Headspace. Hi guys, welcome. If you're new, subscribe. I make videos about my life and career here in the channel. If you have been here, welcome back. Today I'm going to tell the story of how I got my internship at Amazon and what I did there. So my internship is business analyst within Amazon Web Services, short as AWS. It's where Amazon provides their cloud computing, cloud storage services to many companies and government agencies. So I'll be straightforward and honest. I applied online and I actually found the position when I was sleeping late and then scrolling through LinkedIn. So I found a position originally on LinkedIn. So thank you, LinkedIn. And then I go over to amazonuniversity.com. That website is where they post all of their students' internship and full-time roles. So if you're interested in student internship and full-time role, check that website out. I think that is one central website. To give the timeline a little bit more context, I applied in March for a late June start internship. But you and I would both know that is very late for any kind of internship recruitment, very late. But I saw the role, I read the description, the responsibility, and I know I'm qualified based on everything they said they want in a candidate. Now, I want to, but I wasn't gonna give myself any excuses of why even I apply, I won't get the internship before even applying. So I applied. So at that point, I actually have applied to 3 other internships within Amazon and Amazon Web Services. And I think those positions were business intelligence engineer, maybe data analyst, professional services, which is the consulting part of AWS. And no responses at all. I applied, resume, no responses. At that point, I wasn't discouraged, but I don't feel encouraged. But I just know that I want an internship and I'm qualified. So all I have was that 2 things going for me. And based on that, I'm gonna apply. So truly my best advice to get your dream internship is to apply. After you finish watching this video, apply. The application process is very quick. I put in my personal information and my resume. The system didn't have space for cover letter. Now, let me know in the comments down below if you guys want to see the resumes that got me this internship. I'll be happy to share. About a week later, I heard back from the recruiter via my email that they want to schedule an interview with me. And I think originally there was 3 rounds of interview, at least that's what I was told. But what ended up happening is I only have 2 rounds of interview before my offer came. And when I first got the email, I was thrilled and happy and surprised and excited and unbelievable. And then I started to become really scared. I saw, not that I'm interviewing for software eng, but I know there's definitely a lot of intense interview going on in any of the big tech firms. So I was pretty on edge. That's how I put it. How I prepared for the interview, which I had 2 phone interviews with the hiring team. One is directly the person who was trying to hire me, which is the hiring manager, and then there's another manager from another team that's not really related to my team, and I think they call the manager a bar racer. They're trained to ask questions, they've been through the interview many times. And yeah, let's get to the interview. So, to my very surprises, the interviews that I had over the phone weren't technical at all. I mean, I didn't have any coding questions, which I did prepare for, but they didn't ask me any. So, and I think whether or not for a business analyst position, if you have coding question, that really depends on the actual hiring team. And I know it could be frustrating because you don't really know the hiring team when you just look at a generic job posting, but that is where you would ask the recruiter to understand what team is it. And then to gauge if the team is very technical, then you would need to prepare for a coding question. But my team is in operations side, so weren't very technical with a lot of coding questions. Instead, what I did answer is a lot of my personal experiences on my resume. and a lot of scenario questions that they gave me and asked me how I would respond, how I would analyze the situation instead. And I think what they really focus on later on that I know is leadership principle. And if you're in the same position of trying to ace an interview right now, Google them. The 14 leadership principles in Amazon are highly valued, and I think I kind of get what's going on even before my interviews. I know they're important, so I Google each of them, I study them on YouTube video, blog posts, Amazon's own blog posts, try to tie them to my own personal stories. And it's also important that you have at least 10 stories about yourself that relate to your work, relate to their leadership principle, how you showcase yourself. You know the drill, behavioral question. I also wrote down all my responses and I practiced them a ton in front of the mirror, in front of a video camera, which is kind of like what I'm doing now, and also in front of my boyfriend. I, with or without script, I practiced until my lips and throat are so dry. Then I know I'm ready to go. But still, the hardest question that I had to prepare for is why Amazon? Specifically, why AWS? This is the question that starts most of the interview 9 out of 10 times. So it is the first impression question. If not, I don't know. That would be the first impression question for me. And giving a generic answer is easy. What is the generic answer? You didn't ask, but a generic answer would be, I want to work at Amazon because it is one of the largest tech company. And that answer is generic. Or I want to work in Amazon because there's so many amazing people. Also generic. What does amazing people look like to you? What does the best tech company look like to you, to me? And I have to really dig deeper into what does the word best mean and define it more. So giving a great answer is hard. And at that point, my financial engineering mind brought me to, you know what, Mina, read through Amazon's 10K. Dig through the documents and really try to understand why you want to work at that company. So I did find my answer in Amazon's 10K, and I linked it back to my personal story and what I want out of the internship. Other than my personal experiences, I also answered a few questions, like I mentioned, scenario question. One of the questions I got is asked me to, how would I estimate revenue of a department? The question is so open-ended, so I ended up leaning back on econometrics, seasonality forecasting, and also maybe using other department as a benchmark. So I built my answer upon that. And I also want to mention that when I applied to the internship, I didn't apply to a big city, so maybe that helped me increase my chance of getting noticed with my resume. Now, the internship, I had so much fun. I don't know how Amazon managed to pull off the internship being virtual and still managed to surprise us. Perks and benefits such as relocation benefit, amazing work laptop, one very, I think, high-end, very clear monitor from ThinkPad, and snack boxes that they mail to us. And they even throw us a whole day of events just for intern, and they name it Intern Day. They have celebrity chef, and to my very surprises, they invited Amazon Studios, invited Lily Reinhardt from Riverdale to hop on a 30 minutes video call with us. I mean, we're not directly talking to her, but I was such a fangirl. You know what, let's not go into that, but I had fun, a lot of fun. Okay, let's talk about projects. So over the 3 months, I completed 3 projects, 2 mini one and 1 big one, and a hackathon, and also the Cloud Practitioner certification. So my team is worldwide public sector within AWS. Simply put, my team helped provide cloud services to public sector agents, the government, educational agency, anything that relates to the word public sector. And my project is involving helping leaders to find answer to how worthy an investment is by using statistical analysis in Python and also ranking and tracking the investment in dashboard. And outside of my project, I did a lot of networking, a ton. Every week I would have at least 1 networking call. And if during some week I was ambitious enough, I would schedule 5, 1 every day. And the networking call is not only limited to AWS, it's Amazon wide. So I would see whoever I'm interested in, and then I just email them and say hi. And I feel very fortunate that everyone I email responded, and they're so nice to share their experiences with me, which helped me to feel more connected and understand the company and what kind of growth opportunity I would have for myself later on in the company. So networking really helps. And with networking, that comes opportunity. When I was helping my manager with an ad hoc project of how discount impacted revenue, I brought the project up to one of my coffee chat, and the manager's team happened to work on a similar analysis. So they brought me in and I helped them with the analysis and present them and wrap it up. So it was a great experience that I was able to work on 3 different projects and do so many other things at once. At the end of the internship, interns that are not technical, meaning we're not in software and or other heavily building an application area, we are required to present our analysis, dashboard, whatever that we have as deliverable, and also do a self-evaluation and project documentation. I openly love the big writing culture in Amazon. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video is helpful. I will post more video related to career later on, so subscribe and stay tuned. See you guys next time. Bye.